Hello and welcome to the first micro lesson from the Tibet Action Institute. These lessons are intended to help you improve your online security, privacy, and just make for a better experience in your day-to-day browsing and internet access. Today we're going to talk about web browsers and why you shouldn't be using Internet Explorer and you should be using Firefox. This is a basic lesson that's repeated often online, but you may have not have heard this before, so I'll quickly explain the issues with using Microsoft Internet Explorer and why Firefox is better. Internet Explorer, I'm running this here, and you can see this is Internet Explorer version 1.6, and this is a very old version. It was created almost 10 years ago. Microsoft has provided an upgrade to Internet Explorer 8, but if you are running Internet Explorer 6, and you can go to About Internet Explorer, you really must upgrade. Why? Software has bugs. You may have heard of bugs, problems, issues with the software that are security holes. That means that someone on a website can put up a script or code or a virus that can infect you. Now, Microsoft works very hard to keep their software fixed and up to date, but if you're running Internet Explorer 6, then that means you have software that's almost 10 years out of date. You may have had some minor upgrades, but overall, the software is very vulnerable. So Internet Explorer 8, at the very least, is what you should upgrade to. And if you go to Microsoft.com, you can upgrade to the latest version. That's very important to do. And Internet Explorer 8 is only available on Windows, so if you're on a Mac, we will talk about that separately. So you should download Internet Explorer 8 and make sure that you're up to date. In addition, in your Tools menu, you will see a Windows Update option. Windows Update is the Microsoft service that allows you to update your system to make sure you have all the latest software and fixes and patches and everything. So Windows Update is very important. Again, keeps your system up to date. So just go there and say yes to everything and upgrade your entire system. This is a basic thing you need to do on a regular basis, okay? And then finally, on the Microsoft front, if you go to Microsoft.com/security, this will take you to a update that Microsoft provides on their system for all of their security software. And there's a simple tool that you can run, just like Windows Update, that will make sure that you're up to date, that your firewall is installed, that everything is ready to go on your Microsoft system. Of course, this isn't loading very well at this point because Internet Explorer is not a good browser. So forget Internet Explorer. Honestly, you shouldn't be running it. Microsoft, first of all, is a private corporation, and you really have no idea how up-to-date their software is. That's a big problem. You need to understand where your software is being written, who cares for it, who's keeping it up to date, and that's why the idea of open source software is important. So I'm going to close these Microsoft tabs, forget that, and I want to introduce you to Firefox. If you haven't seen Firefox before, it's built by Mozilla. So instead of Microsoft, we have Mozilla, which is a foundation, and they have open source software, which means all of the code, the instructions for the software, is available for anyone to inspect, to see. And this also means that any bugs get fixed much more quickly. Firefox was also built with a more modern perspective on security and privacy. So they say, stay safe while you surf. Firefox keeps your personal info and your online interests away from the bad guys. So this is very important, and you can read more about their philosophy. They offer constant updates to the software, constant fixes. If there's a problem, there'll be a small update almost available within a day or two. This is important to keep your system up to date. So if you go to Mozilla.com, or you can go to getfirefox.com, and that will take you to the download for the Firefox browser. And there's all sorts of great, neat features in Firefox. But most importantly, if you go to your preferences, and I'm on a Macintosh now, so that's a little bit different than a Windows, but you'll see these very similar options. You can do a number of things. First, with downloads, you can say, always ask me where to save downloads, so that if a file is being downloaded to your system, you know what's happening, instead of it just saving automatically. There are a number of other options, such as blocking pop-up windows. This is very important. You can turn off JavaScript if you are very afraid of certain security issues and bugs that might be delivered via JavaScript. You'll see there's a whole tab for privacy, which is great. So if you don't want any of your browsing history to be remembered, you can say, don't remember where I browse. This means that websites won't be tracked if someone else checks your computer later. For the security tab, you can have all sorts of settings, block reported site attacks, forgeries. You can say, don't remember my site passwords. This is also very important. You can remember if you'd like. It makes your life easier, but you can turn that off. And beyond that, there are a number of different options. So the security options are very easy to use, and I'll show another one in a second. So this is Firefox, and I can just go to, google.com and ignore Google Chrome for now. But so Firefox is a great browser. It's constantly updated. It has less security problems, and it's free from getfirefox.com. That alone should make you want to switch from Internet Explorer to Firefox. And that is our tip for today. We'll have more feature on Firefox and all the things you can do, including blocking ads, blocking spam, making sure you're on a secure site, and more in another lesson called Advanced Firefox Security. Thank you, and we'll be back again from the Tibet Action Institute.